सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Brahman is macrocosm. Then he moves on to Brahman microcosm, Kshara, and goes to Akshara. Both microcosm, macrocosm, Kshara. Beyond the two is Akshara. Then he says, beyond Akshara is Uttama Purusha. That's how the text moves. The 15th chapter. So here, the initial stages is where he is giving what is the nature of the world. My system is getting updated. So I have to keep giving it, instructions. Otherwise, yes.
In the last class, you had said we need to have Dhrida Chitta, means determination in the aspect of renunciation. Then only the goal should be solved.
Yes.
So, how to develop that self-determination or something?
Something should be there in front. We are in the 5th verse, no? Yes. What is a quick question now?
So, you had said that if we want to be detached, we detach only for sometimes at times. Then
No.
It doesn't stay with us.
Yes.
We need that Dhrida Chitta. Then only the goal can be solved. So how to develop that Dhrida Chitta, that self-determination?
See, the Dhrida Chitta comes with the conscious stretching. See, theoretically, through study, reflection, you can get Drida Chitta. But the problem is, study, when we say, we are referring to the person who is already developed the quality. So already you are having X amount of Drida Chitta. It's like you have already crossed the first 1 crore. In investments, they say, in that mutual funds, investments and all that, stock market and all, they say that. Crossing that first 1 crore is the difficulty. After that 1 crore, it becomes easier. Assuming you know how to invest and all that is understood. You can't say that, yeah, suppose suddenly I lose the whole thing, suddenly, stock market crashes. In the normal scenarios, crossing that first. Now, when we say here, study, reflection will give you the Drida Chitta, assumption is you are already having that 1 crore with you. But that's 99.9% theoretical. In reality, you are yet to start investing. If at all you are doing SIP, systematic investment plan of yours, is once a week you come for the class, which means what? You are investing 500 rupees, which is better than not investing anything. Correct. There are schemes, where you can even invest, 500 rupees you can start. So study classes, when you come, it is 500 rupees investment. I can't say there is no meaning to it. It is not useless, but definitely that is not going to make you a crorepati. Investing 500 rupees will make you what? If you do that consistently for a period of 30 years, 30 years of what? 500 rupees only you are doing. You have never topped it up. Remember, I have to speak your language. Only then you will understand. Otherwise, you don't understand anything we say. Theory, explanation to the traditional languages, you don't understand. When it comes to money, everybody understands. Correct, sir. You may start with 500 rupees of monthly investment, but then you can't say, rest of my life I'm going to do only 500 rupees. Yes, which is better than not doing. But then, will it take you to 1 crore? I don't know. If anybody has calculator, you can check it out. Assuming the market returns is 15%, which is not possible. Even then, even if you keep 500 rupees per month, how many months it will take for you to hit 1 crore? How many years it will take? You have to make the calculation. I don't know. Because they have some formula. All they have that, for how many years of investment will take you there. It don't work. Now, when we say here, the assumption is you are already having 1 crore in your hand and you are coming to me. Sir, I am already having 1 crore. Now tell me, how can I make it to 10? I am already having 10 crores. How can I make it to 50? That equation is totally different. You're all with me? Right. Bhagavad Gita is for that person. Bhagavad Gita is not for a person who says, I'm going to make 500 rupees every month. So which means this is not for you. Actually speaking, Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. The message given here is not for a person who is, that doesn't mean you should never know. Immediately you say, oh, does it mean nobody should study Bhagavad Gita? That's not the meaning of it. It has no relevance. Exactly like Arjuna asking the question, Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha, samadhistasya keshava. Siddhaki, what difference does it make? Huh? How does he sit? How does he walk? How does he talk? What of it to you, man? So when we say we want Drida Chitta, for Drida Chitta, we have to stretch. What is that stretch? Adan catch. Unfortunately, you are asking that in the wrong platform. Correct question now. But you are asking in the wrong platform. Okay. What is the wrong platform? Stretching. What is the meaning of stretching? You go to gym, exercise. What happens? You stretch your muscle. What should happen to you after your gym exercise?
The muscles will go.
Wear
Huh?
and tear of muscles.
Tearing of muscle, not wear out. Wearing out will not happen there. Tearing will happen. When muscles get torn, how you will feel?
Pain.
Comfortable.
Pain.
There will be pain. But then you have to go through that pain for that muscle to get stronger. Right. What is the pain you are going through in coming to class? At least those who are walking and coming to the class does some effort. Online class, na? Aram se you're sitting in your bed like Ananta Saina. Ananta Saina, the fellow, having Ananta Saina, and he is keeping his mobile and watching Purushottama Yoga. How to get Drida Chitta? Listening there. Huh? How will you get Drida Chitta? You're all with me. Nothing will happen. Only thing will happen is what? Good entertainment for me. Time pass. There's no communication happening. It's only time pass. There's nothing will happen to you. Why? That stretch. The stretch is what? What is the meaning of that stretch? Means what? In a stretcher.
Consistently, we have to engage and play to reach.
I'm asking, what is that? Consistently, we'll do. First you do. Then comes consistency. You have to do something. That something should be done consistently. And that something should be done consistently how? In the first 3 months in the gym, you will be lifting 5 kg dumbbells. After that, you have to go to 7, you have to go to 10. You have to increase. If you don't increase, what will happen? Whatever your gain will be maintained, but further development will not happen. Further growth is not going to happen. 500 rupees you invested, correct. To start with is okay, but then you have to increase. If you do not increase it as you keep earning, it is far, far superior to not investing. Right. That's why one of the most difficult thing for people to do is this. They say SIP. The systematic investment plan is very difficult. Why? Somewhere down the line, you will have the temptation to stop. Particularly when there is a crash, like the Sensex drops. Should we invest or not? I never understood that. See, when gold prices drop, what do we do? That's the time we go rush and buy, gold. Other than the stocks, no. When the market drops, what are you supposed to do? it's, land, gold, in all these, aspects, we have this. I don't know what's the logic, I don't know, but there must be something there. Then I don't know, but that is my, wonderment. It's a wonder actually. Why is it people don't? See, when the gold is dropping, will you sell or you buy? You buy at that time. You see, only when it comes to this investments, I don't know, somehow, I have never understood that. But anyway, that apart, you have to top it up. That's how you build your muscle further. So first you have to start the exercise and then build it. So which means you have to put in effort. Any effort means what? Pain. Any effort means painful action. Painfully you have to do. You cannot do that, like there's a movie where there's a song in which, Rajinikanth will be exercising. You must see that. I'm not having that with me. That's why I prefer, one TV connected to the system. I can show you. See, if that is exercise, everyone will do that. Huh? Such, style he will do exercise. Exercise, like, you can't do with style, Exercise also will do in such a style actually. Reference Bhasha, you can see. One of the songs there. I forgot the song name and all that, but you can see that, scene will come. See, who does exercise like that? But Rajinikanth will do like exercise. Exercise means what? It's a, you see, in these fellows in the gym, they scream. Every lifting they do, they scream actually. They hate that. If everybody is laughing in the gym, that's a laughter club. That's not a gym. You should be sweating. That's why in the gym, if a fellow comes down from the gym running, now he has not done anything there. See, many times I wonder, the gym sometimes, I see in the second floor and all, they'll have gym. I say, why these guys are using lift? See, you're going to exercise, climbing steps and climbing down itself is an exercise. Why are you using lift then? They have to use. Why? The body is paining at every part. Only after you start exercising, only you realize you have these set of muscles. Otherwise, we don't even register these muscles are there in the body. Fascinating. Same way, this effort needs to be done. What is that effort? That effort, if you put in consistently, you will get Dhrida Chitta. Then you come to study. Then you come to study, reflection, contemplation, and all those things. Savana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and all that. Then that will take you to moksha. Liberation will come. Now, without Dhrida Chitta, if you start, that's why he says, then that goal should be sought. When that goal should be sought? After developing this Dhrida Chitta. That firm conviction. Firm conviction in what? When will you develop that firm conviction? Theoretical answer will be what? Firm conviction that the Shastra is correct. Guru is correct. That's not a firm conviction. You see, it's just you have a belief. That's not conviction, please. Conviction comes after. That is in the beginning. That's the 500 rupees investment. I believe in the teachings of the master, Guru Vakya. Shastra, I have belief in the Shastra, I have belief in the Vakya of the Guru. That's a initial Shraddha you must have, faith. That's not conviction, please. That's not Dhrida Chitta. Dhrida Chitta is different. How will you develop that? When will you develop it? Interest is there for everything. Interest is there. What? I want to become a millionaire. I want to get 1 crore. That interest, if you have only, you will start investing 500 rupees. The problem is, can that 500 rupees take you to 1 crore? It will. But when? Your grandson will get. By the time your grandson gets 1 crore, the value of 1 crore will be what? Adjusted to inflation. I just saw a few days back my school fee, receipt. 20 rupees per year. I was showing it to my daughter. Showing it to her. 20 rupees. Look at yours. I can't even get a cup of coffee with this, he says. Euro. Amazing. How you can 20 rupees you pay per year. We were about 60 of us in the class. Right. With that school has to maintain the infrastructure plus the salary to the teachers. 5 subjects, 5 teachers to be given salary. Imagine now, then. Inflation is there, no? Adjust there, how much it will be. So when you want to live a life, you need to make that investment. For that, you need that interest, correct? That's a starting point, which we call as mumukshatva. Technically, it is known as mumukshatva. You must have that mumukshatva, correct? What is it? What will give you that Dhrida Chitta? Dhrida Chitta means the Chitta is in your solidified state. It is in your control. That's what it means. Thought is in your control. You say go, it goes. You say stand, it stands. You say run, it runs. You say sit, sits. Your body does all that, no? To whatever the capacity of your body is. Without your command, the body will not get up and walk. Is it not? Imagine body by itself gets up and starts walking. It doesn't work that way. Shraddha is the first step. Faith. Faith in the system that if I do this, I will get to Dhrida Chitta. Dhrida Chitta, with that, if I go to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, I get moksha. That is Shraddha. But that's not the effort. Effort is what? The Shraddha comes before that. Interest, Shraddha, they come together as almost like to a good extent. Not strictly, but similar. What is that effort?
You had a goal to
Goal moksha. Goal is 1 crore. Goal is to achieve 1 crore. And if in this market, if I invest consistently, I will get. You are so clear, no? Now, same thing I'm asking. What if you do, you will get moksha?
Attitude of Karma Yoga.
What is that?
Actually, to
Karma Yoga is not attitude, first of all.
What
Karma Yoga is what?
we should work towards.
Towards what? Self, you don't even know. How can you work towards the self? Unknown, no? How can you work for unknown? You don't know which company you are working, but job will be given to you, salary will be paid to you. Will you take the job? Huh? You'll never know to who is your boss. But every day that will be called as what? Dark web, no? You'll never know who is on the other side. That's dark. That's why always, of course, you can work on that unless you are designed to work there. Can you? Self is just another word, but do you understand what is it? Actually speaking, it's just a word we are using, but do we actually understand the meaning of that word? No. Simply somebody were using the word, you have heard it 10 times. Therefore, it has gone and sitting in your memory and you are repeating it. Another person will say Atman, another person will say Brahman. Only difference is words we use. That's about depending upon what sort of mental repetition you are getting. Brainwashed. Is it brainwashing? Correct. Karma Yoga. Now, what is that Karma Yoga essentially mean? Don't give theoretical answers. This is the problem. You understand why I keep on asking you people? It's not to test you, right? It's just a one-word answer. Actually speaking, all that I have to tell you is just give that one word and move on to the next verse. That's easy. The problem is not that. The tragedy is you will get the theoretical answers because you have been listening to it for a long period. Since all of you, I don't think any one of you is coming for the first time here. Minimum 1 year. Youngest student here, I mean in terms of not age, will be you. Latest one. I am seeing her for the last 1.5 years. Okay? Almost a year. Minimum 1 year. 1 year you are attending. Means you will get theoretical answers, correct. But then, will that give you this? Karma Yoga, correct. What is Karma Yoga?
Through the actions we are meditating.
You don't even know how to perform action properly. You're talking about meditating through action. No problem. Reading too much. Big words we use. Okay, can you practice it? We are studying to do before Dhrida Chitta. Correct? If you are capable of converting your actions into meditation, you are already having Dhrida Chitta. So essentially what you are saying is, the one who has Dhrida Chitta will get Dhrida Chitta. Faithful. You see the context and what explanation you are giving. See, the question is what? How to get Dhrida Chitta? Why? Because after Drida Chitta only you are capable of doing Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Right? Nididhyasana is meditation. You are telling before Drida Chitta itself, Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is what? Doing actions as meditation. If you are capable of that, that means what? You are already in Nididhyasana state. Not that it is a wrong answer. That's the problem here. See, independently, all your answers is not wrong. It's not wrong. It's totally messy. Completely confused. Deluded. That's what we say. Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga?
Actually, to the karma.
You're doing, no, anyway, karma. Whole day, what are you doing?
No, but with the focus on
Not
the
getting attached to the fruits of action.
Yes. Not getting attached to the fruit of action. To which action you will not get attached to the fruit of action?
Any action that we do, we should not get attached.
That's correct. When you are trying, what is happening to you?
We do it with some anticipation.
That's how we do always no. See, when I come here and speaking to you people, I expect you to at least hear. Understanding not too much, unreasonable expectation. Right? I gotta, if I go there now, unreasonable. That is, I don't have an unreasonable expectation, but I must have a reasonable expectation. What is a reasonable expectation?
you don't see.
At least stay awake, correct? You don't sleep in the class. You don't sleep. When you do that, when you are trying to do an action and not be interested in the result of that action, means what? I do business, I put in my effort, but I am not going to pay attention whether I am getting profit or not. I work for the company, but I don't care whether my salary got credited or not. Will you?
I love that.
Will you do that? If one day you may wait. Maybe tomorrow they'll credit. Third day, what will you do?
Stress is when I say that we go to the status.
Finance department you call and say, credit panla. Receivables are there, sir. But then you bank on the receivable, no? Correct. There, how can you take a stand that it doesn't matter, sir, whether you are paying for the previous invoices or not. You have ordered, no. My job is what? To supply, right? I'll supply. One invoice you will supply like that. Seventh invoice, what will you do? Red flag. Clear at least the first and second. Then I'll supply. Otherwise, we can't maintain like that, sir. How can I run my business? Which means what? Suddenly that fellow says, you only said in that Vedanta class, no? Gita class, that do your action. Don't worry about the result. Suddenly, the whole thing looks very impractical. Not that it is impractical, please, but a little twist we give, suddenly we feel that jitteriness. Sir, in spite of that, I will continue. Even the seventh invoice 6 invoices not paid. 7th invoice, I will supply. Where you can say that, when you can say that. If you say that, what will happen to you internally, psychologically? Mentally, what will be happening to you? 7th invoice also not going to be paid. What are you going to do now? Don't say in business land doesn't work like that, sir, and all that. I'm just asking you in a particular scenario where results is not coming, but you have to continue to put in your effort.
Stretch. Okay.
When
Very happy.
give up, that's a realistic answer. Correct. Realistic answer is what? It doesn't work, sir. That's a karma yoga. We talk, but we don't do. See, jnanam should be spoken. Truth should be spoken. Reality should be spoken and discussed. Karma should be executed, done. The problem is we discuss about karma and try to do jnanam. La. Tappu tappa pandra. All this we are doing. No, ulta, correct. Ulta, I was just searching for that word. No, ulta. Karma do. Jnanam discuss. We discuss karma, try to do jnanam. There's nothing to do in jnanam. But there is only doing in karma. That's why we have. Once I say that word, all of you will say, "Cha, that one word only." Eh? Yeah, we know that. Every one of you know this word.
Just
You know, what is that? One word. Karma yoga, na, immediately you should remember this word.
just do.
I'll just do it. 3 words. One word. I'm giving you clue also.
Focus.
என்ன இப்போ இதுக்கு ஃபோக்கஸ் ஆகணுமா கிளாஸ்க்கு? Focus is needed for even jnanam. Karma yoga, immediate. Karma yoga, 2 words. Too much.
Perform.
1 word, karma yoga. Huh?
Perform.
Perform. That is karma. Performance, action. Karma yoga, na, instantly you should remember this 1 word. Yajna. Karma yoga, na, yajna. You see, only then you can understand. Yajna means what? Sacrificial action. So yajna means sacrifice. When you sacrifice alone, Dhrida Chitta will come. All of the answer. How to get Dhrida Chitta, sir? Sacrifice. Dhrida Chitta will come. We all sacrifice. To what? For my business, I'm willing to sacrifice my health. I sacrifice my family. I sacrifice my time. I sacrifice this. I sacrifice that. For what? For my business. That's not sacrifice. That's called investment. You see? Women's Day. Niki. Women's Day. I don't know, Men's Day இல்லையா? Rest of 364.
All the way.
Every day is next.
Rest of 364 days Men's Day. Women's Day. Give a gift. Women's Day gift. Sacrifice. Investment. Then family will run properly. Next meal will come proper, and next this one will come proper. That's all it is. It's a peace of mind in the house. Otherwise, peace தான் இருக்கும். PAC, sacrificial action. Sacrificial action, it's easy to sacrifice in the areas where you are attached. That's not a sacrifice. Remember, all of us sacrifice. I told you about my friend's father. Oh, I can never forget that man. Oh. He would not take the bus from Mylapore tank. He will take the bus from Mandavali post office. Mylapore tank is here. Mandavali post office is here. Bus starts from here. His house is here. It's easy for him to go here and take the bus and go where he can get a seat. Because from there he has to go to a good distance. So half an hour he has to travel by bus. In half an hour he can sit aramse and travel. No hassles. But he will not take this. He will go there. Ask him, why? One stage in a 25 paise. 25 paisa difference. He says, in a month, I sail. I save this much. In a month, I save 10 rupees. In a year, that I can get something for my son. For Diwali, they do shopping. In those days, they do shopping only Diwali time. Diwali or Pongal, one of that, Shankranti. Diwali or Shankranti is the time, shopping will be done. Purchase of new clothes and all that. Says, I can get something for him. So, throughout the year, every time when he is walking towards Mandavali, up and down, up and down, 50 paise he saves per day. Which means extra 15 minutes walk. 15 minutes walk, 15 minutes down. Something like that. 20 minutes, let's say, 10 minutes up and down walk. And not to talk about the discomfort of standing and traveling. By luck, sometimes he may get, but there's no guarantee. That he'll get a seat. To stand and travel and come back, walk. All that sacrifice he's doing. It is sacrifice within the domain of family. So, up to that family is not taken as sacrifice. You see, anything you do within that family domain is not considered as sacrifice. Whether it is father doing to son or mother doing to the son, daughter, or the husband doing for wife, wife doing for husband, son doing for father, mother, any transaction that is happening within that family domain is considered as it's
Investment.
automated. If you don't do that, you are in trouble. No peace. You will be in. You will be branded in a very bad name. You will get inside the house a problem. There is a problem. This is a problem. All the problems will come. So just to avoid all these mental problems, what you do? I rather do all these things, which is not a sacrifice. See, sacrifice comes when you stretch beyond. It's your responsibility to do it. Therefore, you are doing it. Right? Or at least the fear of the papa that you get. you do. If you don't do, you will get papa within that family. What is known as pratyavaya. There is a special sin. There are very many sins. Different sins names are there. One sin name is called pratyavaya. Pratyavaya means the sin you accrue for not doing what is supposed to be done. Minimum requirement. To qualify, you are a human being. To claim that yes, I am a human being, what are you supposed to do? Sacrifice within family. If you are not willing to sacrifice within family, you are not a human, you are animal. How do you know? Starve the mother dog and the puppies for 4 days. Don't do please. I'm just giving example. And then give food for all of them in one plate. The mother and the puppy will fight amongst themselves. The mother will not say, first you guys have and then I'll eat. Nor the puppy is going to say, first you have. At least we can get the milk from you, You can't get that. So therefore, at least you have. Dogs will never say that. Dog will never say, after you. First you take, and then I'll take. So, doing anything in the name of duty, as you said, within family is a basic qualification that you are a human being. And today we think, Mahatma ku konjam short. Mahatma, I'm not saying Gandhi, I'm saying great soul. If people say, I pay tax. I earn income, I pay tax. What's your problem? Honestly, I'm paying tax. And 10,000 people clapping. Who are those 10,000 fellows? If I tell you people, today morning I brushed my teeth and all of you clapped. Wow. Then what are you? Those fellows are there, all the fellows are clapping. I have that with me, the video. This man is, standing in the dais and speaking to the audience. Huge crowd. All those fellows are roaring. Whoa, wow. Clapping. Oh, great, wow. Tax pay பண்றது அவ்வளவு பெரிய. So this qualifies you as a human being. And today our level have dropped so low that doing something to my own family, to my own father, my own mother, my own sister, brother, this is not too much. All extended family now. Family na me, my wife, my children. The parents also, the marriage proposal, first thing they're asking, where are the parents? Sofa wala. Sofa ladna unnu, wall ladna unnu. If they are in the wall, na better. Weird. The family, over a period of time, joint family, husband and wife will be called as they are together, no? Joint families. Even if you live with a joint family, I'm doing it for my extended. All this shows that you are a human. That's not karma yoga. That's not sacrifice. That's why I tell you people, you can never practice karma yoga in the field of your survival activities. Not possible. Don't try. It will not work. I'm going to convert my work into worship. You can talk. It will be fantastic to hear, but can you practice it? You can never practice. You can keep claiming yourself. You can fool yourself. It's impossible. So you have to get into an action. What type of activity you have to get into? Sacrificial. Sacrificial action means what? Sacrifice, na? What is sacrifice? Huh? Give up what is?
What is dear to you?
What is dear to me, I have to forego. For?
For the sake of others.
For?
Betterment of others. Others is
No benefit.
Higher purpose.
Yes, for my own self.
My own ultimate. Yeah.
For? Yes, I have to forego something which is dear to me, something which is pleasant to me, something which is liked by me, something which is needed by me, something which is convenient to me, whatever it is. All that I am foregoing for,
Spiritual growth.
I forego these things for the sake of my wife. That is not considered as sacrifice. That's not considered as karma yoga. Umar. Sacrifice only, but it's not that doesn't fall into the category of a yajna activity, sacrificial action. You have to sacrifice, forego these things for something, and you are never sure about what is that something. You see that? And you can never see the visual benefit of that. You can never understand that. That's called yajna. Yajna, what do we do? Okay, traditional yajna you take. What is done there?
Some grains, fire.
chant mantras.
You take some,
Chant some-
kund is there, fire is there, and then these people offer things, put everything into the fire, and then
Chant a mantra.
chant mantras, which you don't understand.
Then,
But you understand one thing, what?
At the end, we get
All that you put there, and then last you will get some prasad. How much you will get? அவ்வளவுதான் கிடைக்கும். Doesn't matter how much you have given there, what you will get is only one tirtha prasada only you will get. Nothing more. Even a fellow who has not done anything standing there also will get that same. அதான் அங்க okay, at least you get 4, and he gets only quarter. No, there's a meaning in that. Here, it's not the case. Every one of them get same tirtha only. I am the one who did this Abhisheka. I am the one who decided to do this. I am the chief sponsor of the yajna. Okay. And they claim what? End of the yajna, they say,
then,
all these devas were happy. They are blessing you. There. You'll never know. How will you know they are blessing you? Ultimately, you are doing that yajna. You do this, Satyanarayan Puja. End of the puja, belief is what?
blessings.
Satyanarayana is going to bless you. All of you have done, no? Huh? எதா நடந்தது?
Invisible.
I have heard, I have genuinely thought, Shivaratri night, whole night you do this Rudram. Next day morning, moksha. Genuine anjana. I thought next day morning Shiva is going to be seen by me, I thought. I was sitting, Karneswara Koil, உட்கார்ந்து பார்த்துனே இருக்கேன். He's been sitting there and trying to see, because Kabaleswara Koil is too much of a crowd. So you'll never get to see near that, the deity we cannot go. They're all very small. Can't go there, too much. But Karneswara temple is there. That is my favorite temple. Karneshwar temple. Superb deities. You know that there's something about the temple I really loved. Mylapore. Mylapore Kacheri Road. People don't know the temple. Kabaleshwar temple, everybody knows. Kabaleshwar temple, regular visit. Karneshwar temple, hardly people visit. Amazing temple that was. Go there and sit. Superb place. I genuinely sat one night. I told my house. In those days, I used to show movies a lot. Shivagavi and like lot of movies, Tirunilakandar, Shivagavi, all those movies were there. I said I wanted to watch. One day, 1 year, they didn't wake me up. I slept off. They didn't wake me. I've told them, don't, even if I sleep, wake me up. And in my house, there's one tradition we follow. If somebody is sleeping, unless it is emergency, there's a fire in the house, nada, we wake up. Emergency, there's a fire in the house. I have to wake. Otherwise, we don't. That's a thing in our house. Their house is not like that. Exactly opposite. It's a conflict always we have. Sleeping, let's sleep. What's the problem? They didn't wake me up 1 year. That's a year, I had the thread ceremony done because they said, after the thread ceremony only all this will happen. So I thought, Shivaratri, you stay awake. It didn't wake me up. So next year I decided I will not be in the house only. So this house is useless, all these people. So I'll go to the temple. I'll sit there. And they were doing that, Abhisheka, continuous. Abhisheka will be done. They'll remove everything, again do Abhisheka. Again do Abhisheka. Keep on doing. Only that will happen. Nothing else will be happening. No dance, drama and all that. Nothing of that sort. No music, nothing. Same thing they'll keep chanting again and again and again. 11 Rudra, one Chamaka. And then again 11, one Chamaka. My God, it's so tiring. It's boring actually. I genuinely thought next day morning is going to come. Lingodbhava. I genuinely thought, 12 o'clock he will appear. Nothing happened. Next day I got better sleep. I say, what is this? That's called a sacrifice. Why that is done? Not that, you say, without having any clarity on you will get any result out of it. In fact, no result will be visible to you. Nothing you will get out of it. But all that you have to offer. What you need to offer there? So at least something you will get. Some, some visible benefit. Say, okay, if not to me, at least let the world be benefited. I don't get that any benefit. Doesn't matter. My family is not going to get it. At least let the society get it. Okay, what sort of a benefit society is going to get through this? If you analyze, what is going to happen? Like next week we don't have class, you know that, no? All of you know? Next week no class. 4 days Gita lecture is going to happen. By organizing the lecture, what is going to happen to the society? 4 days about Gita talk is going to happen. Okay. End of that, what is going to be the result?
Awareness is great.
Awareness of what we are getting, what are we creating? Is there any awareness actually speaking? Is there actually awareness? Sacrificial action to be performed. Is there awareness that you are supposed to sacrifice? Where is it? You see that? That ability to stretch yourself out of that comfort to engage in something where there is no visibility of any result. So all this awareness creation and all this is only I can't accept the fact that it is not going to make any difference. The fact is it's not going to make any difference. Sir, 4 years we have not conducted Gita lectures here in between. Anything happened? Did any one of you see any difference? 20 is the last one. Next one we had is 24. In between, no lectures happened here. What has happened? Nothing happened. Life was going as usual, right? You see, if you do something, something else should get added, or by not doing something should be lost. By not doing the lectures, nothing is lost. By doing it, we are not seeing any visible gain. Still, you have to do. That's called yajna. You see, yajna activity, that's called yajna activity. Yajna activity, that's where we differentiate between social work and karma yoga. Roll with me. Always say social work is not karma yoga. Why? People will be willing to support when you say, I'm going to do social work. That is why we have to claim even this yajna as a social work. When it is not actually, but then it is presented like that. Why it is presented that way? The whole world will get the benefit. You will not be able to see any difference. In you, because yajna, end of yajna, what is going to be the case? End of yajna, there is going to be the blessings. All the devas will come and bless you. Every ahuti when you offer, every deva you call, offer that ahuti, and the deva comes, receives that ahuti and blesses you and goes. You can see clearly that ahuti being put in the fire, it's getting burnt. But that reception, that blessing, can you see? You can never see that. It's invisible. Something where that's called karma yoga. Otherwise, it's just karma. That where that yoga comes into picture, the crux there is that yoga. The word yoga is the catch there. Otherwise, it's just karma. Everyone does one karma. One person likes to do business, another person likes to play sport, another person likes to sing. Each one does one activity. And obviously, each activity has some impact in because actions are happening there. In the world only, no. When those actions were done in the world. You see, he gives beautifully in Mahabharata, this Vidura Niti, he gives one beautiful point. There are 6 people, he gives a list who you should not believe. And he gives a fellow, a barber in the forest. One of the examples he gives is, if you see a barber having a barber shop in the forest, who will be there in the forest? There are some humans also will be there in the forest, you don't know. Forest dwellers are there. All the rishis, there they will live. Vanaprasthi na enna artham? Vanaprasthi means what? Those people go into the forest and dwell there. Vanaprasthi. Vanaprasthi and sannyasis are going to be there. And why they have to do shaving? Have you ever seen fully shaven rishi? Any picture? They don't. They'll have, beard and this and all that. That's why we wonder whether Rama had beard or not. 14 years there, no? Did he take a barber with him? And there's no, in our culture, there's no thing called self-shaving. Self-shaving is considered as sin. If you shave yourself, no, it's a sin. What to do now? Shave பண்ணலாமா பண்ணக்கூடாதா? Lakshmana, you can't do that also. Everyone can't do shaving. Lakshmana can do to shaving to Rama. Correct. Will Rama do to Lakshmana? Huh? Superior person cannot do that seva to the inferior. Then it becomes a sin on the part of the lower to have accepted that. Because elder brother means a guru. It is like father. You can't take services of the father. When you are invalid, you can take services of the father. Correct. But not after. So self-shaving you not allowed. This. Then what would have been the condition? They have to take, something, with what they would have done the shaving. I asked one Ramayana expert. Valmiki Ramayana expert. அதை பத்தி ஏதாவது ஒரு செய்திருக்காரா? The way he looked at me, thank God that man was not like Durvasa, otherwise he would have burnt me. Like, ரொம்ப முக்கியம் அது. He asked. The way he asked itself, அவர் பண்ணாரா? As a boy, we do get that, curiosity, it's like that. Of course, the saving factor was I was young at that time. So I was saved. Valmiki idella idunu irparu. Daily he did this, brushing his teeth, this, that. But then he says, if you see a barber in the forest, don't trust him. He's not a trustworthy fellow. Don't believe that guy. Why? Because it's not literally, please. Don't take as, literally that person there. We're not talking about the barbers. He's talking about a person who is in the field where he is not supposed to be. So any activity you are going to be doing means you are doing it in the world only. So obviously that activity will have some result. No action is not going to have any result. But then the question is, can you see that result? Is the result visible or invisible? Sacrifice comes into picture only when you do all that effort for something where you can never see the result. No appreciation also will be given. You come and do seva there, I will not call you and say thank you. Will not be said. Yajna. I don't know whether some work would have been given to you people, I heard. Work. Oh, great, thank you. Nothing will be, no recognition. You do, no recognition. You don't do, scolding. Hey, you do not, will not be appreciating. Wow, very good. Yeah, thanks. Excellent. Good job. Nothing of that. Why you didn't do it properly will be scolded. Is this a way? One work is given to you now, immediately, yes, somebody is telling me, you just ask the fellow to do one work. He is giving 100 suggestions. Did I ask you suggestion? Huh? You are given a job. Shut up and do the job or say, I cannot. Full stop. The problem is what? We cannot do that. You see, immediately we have to give some opinion of mine has to come. Something have to be there. You just can't take an instruction, just follow. Sacrifice, not too much. Too a bigger word. This is what? Just take an instruction and just do it. If you are asked, you say, this much of humility we don't have. Hari Om, sir, you fall prostrate, you do all this. You're far away from the reality of spiritual effort. Spiritual effort starts from where? When you're given an instruction, doesn't matter what that instruction is, just do it. That's called discipline. That's why that's military and all that. First thing they do is what? Training. First training in police, army, NCC, all these places. What is the first drill they give?
Follow the instructions.
Obedience.
Drill in. That is correct. Drill.
Attention.
Huh?
Attention. Standard.
Attention. Standard is. Right turn. Left turn. Edukku? For what? For what the fellow is asking you when he says attention, attention. Standard is standard. And then right turn, left turn, about turn. For what? Imagine the fellow standing there and asks, why are you asking me to turn right now? If suppose enemy comes from the right, will I wait till you say? I know no, the fellow is coming from there. I'll take the gun and shoot him. All of that. See, essentially, what is army going to do? Take a gun and shoot. If he is faster than me, I will die. If I am faster than him, he will die. Idukku attention, standard is, right turn, left turn, about turn. For what? That's a training. Discipline starts from where? No questions asked. Just do it. Right turn, right turn. No matter what is in the right side. Doesn't matter it makes any sense to you or not sense to you. The problem we have is what? We will do that. Not that we have never done that. Don't think that you are not doing it. All of you are doing it. Where? In the field where there is a stake involved. You see that? The field where there is a stake involved, you follow that. What is it? Whatever the boss says, simply do. The driver cannot ask the boss, why are you going there? What are you going to do there? He cannot. Anyway, you are going to the party, no? Okay, when you finish the party, you give me a call, I will come. Till then, I will just go out and come back. We say what? No. When I call you to come to receive me, you should be there. So which means all this while where he has to be waiting? In the parking lot. Anyway, you are going to the class. In the class, you are going to be there for 1.5 hours. This 1.5 hours, anyway, you are not going to come out. Then why should I be sitting in the parking lot? If he says, logical, no. Sensible, correct. But then do you allow? Right. He cannot. He will not ask the question. He will simply follow. You go to buy a car. Why it is 65 lakhs? You want or not? You want this car 65 lakhs. You give me the breakup of all the parts. And then I will calculate all these things. But factually it is coming only to 15 lakhs. Because actual production cost of Pepsi, you know how much? Pepsi, Coca-Cola you are buying, no? You know the production cost?
Less than a rupees.
35 paise. 35 paisa. Production cost. But they are selling it for 15 rupees. Rest of the money goes where? To whom? Why are you doing all that? Give at cost, no? Okay, have your profit of 15%. Profit you take. Sell it for that now. Logic correct. But That fellow will say what? Move, next fellow. There we don't question anything. There we don't negotiate. Wherever a stake is involved, no negotiation, nothing. We just blindly follow. That same blind following, if you can do in the field where you are not going to have any guaranteed result, visible result, still you have to put an effort, leaving your comforts. Within comfort zone, whatever I can do, I will do. That's the difference. There's a difference between when I am free, I will do. I make myself free to do. You see the difference? I make myself free to do something where zero recognition, lot of criticism, plus no result guaranteed, no result visible. All put together is called yajna activity. That's yajna. Again, I'm not, doing the homa. We think, you are pouring that. That's not yajna, please. That's also the principle behind is this. See, that's why I keep telling you people, don't pour ahuti, ghee. Because you don't know what is the meaning of pouring ghee there. Instead of pouring ghee, take currency note and put. It should be get burnt, right? Take the note, valid note, not old 500 rupee note. There are people who have done that, old notes all burn panna. They had that, suddenly when they are announced, they started burning all that. I'm not talking about valid currency note. You should burn. Forget about you trying it. The priest will get a heart attack. Forget about you people doing it or not. The priest will think you are gone off. You try that once at least. Even that, Purna Ahuti, they'll put coins only. You know why? You can take it back. At least adil have 100 rupee note weighing. Because it should get burnt up. You see, we never understand what is the meaning of grains. Because for you, today grain is what? Order Sona Masuri, it comes. Basmati rice, you don't put for that. You go to buy. Which rice you buy? Ghee. Which ghee you get? Organic ghee. Ghee from the market you buy. GRB name. I'm just saying. Get it? We don't know how much of effort was put in those days to develop, to get that grains and to get that ghee. So much of slogging, so much of effort. Right? That they have to burn. That's called the yajna. Today you burn that, grains and you burn this ghee and all that has no meaning. Today for you to take that, do that pour, milk, Abhisheka. What is the effort of yours actually speaking? Nothing, because you don't even understand the meaning of that. Because for you, that is just I pay 50 rupees, get that milk and go. But to produce that milk, what amount of physical effort has gone in? That you have to sacrifice. Burnt up. Yajna. When you do those actions consistently, Dhrida Chitta will come. Illannaka Astira Chanchala Chapala Chittamma Wavering. impossible to experience this joy of life. That Drida Chitta, when you have, invest that into, channelize that into the investigations, into the injunctions of the Shastra, the scripture, then you get liberated from samsara. That's what he says, fourth verse. Right? No, fourth verse, right? Then that goal should be sought. Tatpadam tat parimargitam. Then that goal, parimargitam, should be sought. Then that goal should be sought. Then after getting the Drida Chitta, to get that Drida Chitta, I have to perform this sacrificial action. Sacrificial action is yajna. That's why we organize the lectures. It's not that to spread, Bhagavad Gita. Who cares about spreading? Bhagavad Gita is not dependent on Ishwaran to be spread. Ishwaran is dependent on Gita. Gita is not dependent on me, please. Anyone for that matter, any individual for that matter. The Shastra is superior to the individual. Like the cricket game is superior to any player. Remember, no player can claim superiority over the game. Similarly, no teacher. What is the work, sir? The work is not for these things, please. This is an opportunity where you have to stretch yourself and do something. It's an opportunity where you have to do something which is so uncomfortable. That's why I said everyone should call. Not to invite people. You call people to invite for your family wedding, no? Huh? Wedding, you just send invitations and keep quiet. You call people, right? Wedding. Same way you call. What is your problem? Call. For what? It's not to gather the crowd, please. No, I'm not interested. Gathering crowd is not my problem. It's not my interest. Then for what we have to do that? Why every action, I'm saying, even simplest to the, including the teaching, sitting there and speaking, is also part of the work only. Right? But then the effort is what? Why we say this work needs to be done? Through this consistent effort alone, that doesn't mean keep calling everyone every week. Nuisance work, I know. It's a stretch. That stretch you have to do where? In which field? A field where no visible result. You will never be able to see the visibility of the result. If anywhere you can see the result visible, that field is not designed for Karma Yoga. It is not designed for that. See, you should play in the nets first. A person who has never practiced in the nets, if you put him directly onto the ground, can he score? Impossible. But finally, where are you supposed to actually play the game? In the ground only. But you cannot go directly there. First, you have to master the strokes till the things, what this, the players call as, muscle memory. Till that muscle memory comes, you have to consciously play. Footwork should come, head should be straight, the back should go in that direction. Keep playing, keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. The problem is what? We don't do the net practice, straight all of us want all actions into meditation. எங்க ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டா கிரவுண்ட்ல போயிருந்தா you will get மூஞ்சியில் பேந்துக்கும். Jeffrey Archer, 145 kilometer speed is bowling. You can't even see the ball. Forget about playing. Then you get bruises and come back. I tried to practice Karma Yoga, but I got hurt. You practice the wrong place. There you should practice should be done in the nets. But the problem is what? In the nets, there's no kick. There's no appreciation. The coach is standing there saying what? Clapping. You hit a six also there in the nets, the coach will scold you. You go and get the ball, you'll say. Sacrificial action, yajna activity, karma yoga will give you the Dhrida Chitta. With the Dhrida Chitta, you should study Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter. The problem is, unfortunately, we have got exposed to the study first. It's a wrong method. Premature exposure. That's why the confusions. Then that goal should be sought. We are in the 4th verse, is it? Still. I thought we are in the 5th verse. Oh, 5th verse. I thought we are in the 5th verse. We'll do next class. I mean, next class means when is the next class? 21st. 21st or 22nd? 21st.